So in this video we'll be discussing about BCG matrix. What is the use of BCG matrix? So assume that there's a company, okay, this is a Tata Industries or Tata group of companies in India. So you can look at how many companies Tata has. So they are into IT, they have 2 companies, in steel they have 3, in automotive they have 3, in consumer retail they have around some 5, in infrastructure they have around some 6, 7, in financial services which Tata holds and controls. So the question is this: so if Tata has around some total of 50 companies are within it, where should Tata focus? Okay, which out of these 50 companies they have to invest? So which of these 50 companies they can just hold? Which of these 50 companies they can actually sell and realize? So they can't have 50 companies in them. They have to somewhere rationalize which companies are really important, which are not totally important. So they have to find out how to do it. Okay, so BCG matrix helps a company like Tata to rationalize or to focus on which companies are important and which companies are unimportant. So we look at the BCG matrix. So BCG matrix can be applied to a company, it can be applied to subsidiaries, can be applied to products. Okay, so here we will be looking with an example of how BCG can be applied to mostly products. So BCG matrix is often used to prioritize which products within company product mix get more funding and attention. It is also applied to determine corporate strategy while deciding which SBU or division of a company has to concentrate, maintain, expand or sell off. So BCG has 2 applications, one for product terms, also another one on the subsidiary terms. So in this example we look on the product terms alone. So BCG is a 2 into 2 matrix. So in this matrix there are 2 factors which are important. One is the market share and the other one is market growth rate. So market share is, we call it in the sense as relative market share, okay, but for easy understanding I have given it here as market share. So first we'll see what is market share. Market share is the percentage of market defined in terms of either units or revenue. Either it can be in units or it can be the revenue accounted by a specific entity. So for example, the total number of shoes sold in India is 100. Okay, the total number of shoes sold from Bata company is around 20. So it's going to be Bata's sales divided by total footwear sales. So it's going to be 20 by 100. So Bata has around some 20% market share in the footwear market. So we can understand it in that manner. So that's called as market share. The second one is called as the market growth rate. The speed at which the market grows, that is called as the market growth rate. So it can be in terms of the units or it can be also in terms of amount. So the increase in size or sales observed within a given consumer group over a specified time frame. So that is called as the market growth rate. So the speed at which the market grows. So now we look at 2 formulas which are used for measuring this. So first one is relative market share. So we have already discussed about what is market share. Relative market share is SBU sales this year. Okay, so it's going to be Bata company's sales this year. So 20 shoes they have sold out of 100 shoes. The leading rivals sales this year. Who is the number 1 company in the footwear market? We'll assume it's going to be Nike company. So Nike's total sales is 40. So the answer will be 20 by 40. So it gives you an answer of 0.5. So what does this indicate? This indicates the relative market share of the Bata company in terms of the highest leading company called as the Nike. So this is a number. The higher the number, it's actually better. The lower the number, it is not that good. For example, if you assume that Bata is the number 1 company, okay, so they are the highest selling product, so they have a sales of 20. Then the next leading competitor, okay, the next leading is a company like Nike. So Nike has only 10 is selling only 10 shoes in this year. Okay, so the first company is Bata which sells 20 shoes. The second company is Nike which sells 10 shoes. So the answer will be 20 by 10. So it means that the answer will be 2. If it's 2 means actually when compared to the rival, the SBU is in a very strong position. So he is like 2 times of the rival company. So that's how it works. The higher, the better. The next one is the market growth rate. Market growth rate is very simple to compute. You can take, you can work out like this. The current year sale minus last year sale divided by last year sale. It will give you the market growth rate. Usually if you put 100, it will give you a percentage. So how do we create this BCG? So the first step is to find out the list of all the products which has been sold by a particular subsidiary or SBU. Then we apply this formulas, the previous 2 formulas, to all the products in that SBU. Then we know like where, then we place that each product in the matrix, and once it has been placed, then we can apply the strategy. For example, this is how the matrix actually looks. So the matrix is divided on a 4 basis. Okay, it's a 2 by 2 matrix. On one hand, you have the market growth rate, the rate at which it grows. This side you have the high, this side you have the low. In terms of relative market share, you have this side as the high and this as the low. Okay, so we'll first see like what are these 4 elements here. There are like 4 elements which are inside the matrix. So one is called as a cash cow, the other one is a star, the other one is a question mark, and the other one is a dog. So what we do is assume that we have a lot of products, we have to classify it on these bases. Okay, so a product which has a low market share and low growth rate is a dog. A market which has a product which has a high market share and a high growth rate is a star. Like that we position them. Okay, so first we have to get a list of products, then apply the 2 formulas, then we know the answer for the 2 formulas, okay, for each product, then we put them in this box. So we will see like what is the implication of being in a box. Okay, so we'll start from cash cow. It has a large market share in a mature, slow growing industry. So if you take the cash cow here, it has the products which are here, they have a high market share. So these products are selling more when compared to our competitors' products. But can we sell more of the products in future? No, because year on year the sales is not going to rise very fastly. So it is a matured market, and usually we'll be like selling the same number of units for even the future year. So even if it's going to grow, it's going to grow only in a very small way. As leaders in a mature market, they exhibit a return on asset that is greater than the market growth rate and thus generate more cash than they consume. See, as this company is already selling more number of units and it also has a high market share, it means these products are like very visible to the customer. So they will be like keep on buying this product. We don't need to put advertisements for this. We don't need to bring extraordinary technology for this. So usually we don't need to spend much to maintain this kind of a product category. So what happens is we don't need to put much money into this products. So we can actually make money out of this product. We can take the surplus money from this product because we have saved in the advertisements, we have saved in branding, we have saved in future technologies. So usually this product category gives us more money. That's why it's called as cash cow. We can keep on milking it. So such business should be milked, extracting profits and investing as little cash as possible. So this is what cash cows are. So next we will move on to the star. So star, it has a large market share in a fast growing industry. See, it has a high market share and a high growth rate. So these companies, these products are like performing really well. They are the top in their category and they are also growing very fast. So as they are growing fast, they require money in terms of branding, in terms of advertisements, in terms of technological upgradation. So the company has to put some money into this product categories so that over a period of time, okay, these products might become something like a cash cow. But today we have to invest. From where will we get the money? The money we will get from the cash cows. So the money which was surplusly earned by cash cow will be now invested in star, because over a eventual time this star Star's growth rate, this product's category growth rate might start to fall down. So once it falls down, it will become a cash cow. So Star generate large amounts of cash because of their strong relative market share, but also consume a large amount of cash because of their high growth rate. Okay, so they generate cash, but they use cash and still they need more cash. So next we will discuss about the dog. Okay, so dogs are has a small market share in a mature market. So dogs are here, their market share is very low. Okay, so out of the entire sales in a market for a product, okay, in a product category, this our company's products are selling very less. Okay, so out of 100 products which are sold as footwear, okay, our company is only selling like 3 or 4 products or units. So it is a very low kind of a market share, and that too the market is not growing. Okay, so we are not selling a lot of units and we are not making money out of it, and still we won't grow also in the future. So what is the benefit of having this kind of a dog? So what they do is they have given a word called a skill, but we can actually throw them out. So that's what happens. A dog may not require substantial cash because dogs have low market share and a low growth rate, and thus neither generate or consume a large amount of cash. So it's better to send the dog out. Okay, that's a cute little puppy. Okay, the next one is a question mark. This is the most trickiest element of all. The question is, if you look at the question mark, they have a low market share. So out of the product category, okay, assume 100 shoes have been sold, our company's shoe are selling only like few, right? We are only selling a few number of shoes. For example, like some 5 shoes or 10 shoes. But the market for those kinds of shoes, something like an athlete shoe, is like growing very fast. Okay, so what should we do? Shall we put more money into it so that we will slowly get a higher market share and we'll become a star? Or even if we put still money, okay, and we are not going to get a market share, and will we slowly lose, or the market growth rate at over a period of time slows down and finally the same product can become a dog? If it becomes a dog, we can throw it out, no problem. But what will happen is the question. If it moves on to become a star because we are putting money into it, it's a question mark. Or whether market growth will slow down and finally will it become a dog, again it's a question mark. So I think they have named it very perfectly. So we are not sure about what will happen. So either there are only 2 options, either put money into it or just sell off this product category. So that's what the answer for the question mark is. It has a small market share in a high growth market. Question marks are growing rapidly and thus consume large amounts of cash, but because they have low market share, they do not generate much cash. It has a potential to gain market share and become a star, and eventually a cash cow when the market growth slows. So I think we have discussed it nicely. We'll move on to the next topic. So this is a real life application of a BCG matrix. So it's applied for a company called as a Hindustan Unilever. So these are the products that they have. You can have a look at it. This is the segment's growth rate. So each segment's growth have been like given here. So in terms of in India, in a particular year, the deodorant market was growing at 41%, anti-age cream market was growing at 30%. Like that it grows. Tooth powder market is growing at 1.8%, or a shaving cream is growing at 8%. So it tells about the growth of the market. Here it has been like analyzed in the deodorant market, where does in Hindustan Unilever's product is. Hindustan Unilever has a market share of 25%, okay, and the nearby competitor is Fa deodorant, so they have a market share of 8.5. So we have to divide our company's market share with the rivals market share. So the answer is 2.94. So this has the highest market value. Like that we have to keep on working out for all the products. For example, in terms of detergent powder, Hindustan Unilever has a product called as Wheel. Wheel has 20% market share, and Nirma has 13.5 market share. So when we divide Wheel by Nirma, we get 1.54. So it keeps on going. You can have a look at this also. Okay, so we have seen two things here. One is the rate at which the market grows, that's one element, and the relative market share, that is the second element. I think we got the two elements here. Once we have the two variables or elements, then what we do, we can classify them into boxes like this. So these are the star products, these are the question mark products, these are the dog products, these are the cash cow products. If you are in India, you might be like very sure that the star products will exist because they are the money makers. Still we have Axe, Fair and Lovely, Lakme, I think not anti-aging we have, Vim, Wheel, Surf, all these products are still here. Okay, cash cow, they might be there or they might be closed because they have been milking it for a long time. Okay, that brand would have been dead itself. So something like we have Red Label is not anymore. I think they have renamed it. If you take dogs, 100% they won't be in the market. So Taza is not there, Brook Bond is not there, Brew is not there. I think they would have sold it to another company. If you take question mark, that is the actual question mark. Some of them would have moved to become a star. Some of them would have been sold out. So Close Up, I think, is a star now. Pepsodent might also become a star. Fair and Lovely Men's might have become a star. Domex, Rin, all these are like stars. Kisan Ketchup is again would have moved star, but other things I'm not sure. Breeze is not there, still more. Nor Meal Maker is not there. Taj Mahal Tea is not there. So some of them have moved this side and some of them have moved outside. So what would HUL would have done? HUL would have not invested much money here. They would have taken that money and put it in the star. The star would have performed well. Okay, question mark, some of them would have been kicked out, some of them would have been invested and would have become the star. Dogs would have been kicked out. Okay, so none of these products are there except for Brew. I'm not sure why Brew is still being retained. So now you have a good idea about how BCG matrix works. You can reach me at my website wowacademics.com, or you can also see my Quora answers. I am active in LinkedIn and in Facebook page, so you can visit at these places. If you just type Shyam Prasad and Wow Academics, you will get all these links in Google search itself. And if you like this video, give a like, share to your friends, and if you feel that any points we have missed in this video, you can post it. We will try to give an answer to you in the comment section itself, or we'll also create another video for you. So thank you for watching our video.